Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 117, Not Tested in Safari. In this episode, we see each other.
Hola! Hey, buddy.
JfG Ash finishes the website.
Looks very nice.
Thanks, buddy. JfG Alex makes a magic promise.
Which I will regret.
There's a Fonz or a Phoenix.
We just don't know.
And finally, nothing is out except stuff that is out. I'm a bit worried that you haven't got anything for the intro, buddy. But, you know, we'll see.
I only did what we did.
Oh, have you not done anything else?
No, I've been at work.
Okay.
I've been fucking in London from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. for 2 of the days.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and then in Worthing for fucking 13 hours yesterday. So no, I've done nothing except drink a whole bottle of wine for no reason.
Just because.
Yeah.
Cool. Should probably do a podcast, mate.
On that note, hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 117. Fuck me. And my name's Alex, and I'm joined by my good friend Ash. Hey, buddy. I went a bit cockney actually there. Not quite sure. Spiraling out of control. How are you?
As always, buddy, on a Wednesday, I'm good. Good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I liked your transition from angry man to happy, jolly podcast presenter.
Well, I'm a professional, son. And, and that's how it's done.
Well played. Tip of the cap.
Seething below, though, buddy. This joyous facade and eloquent speaking voice that I've cultivated over the last couple of years, buddy. Seething below.
You've done
ready
very
to kill.
well.
Ready to slaughter.
I like to dip in and out of sounding knowledgeable and not, depends what tickles my fancy.
As is your right.
Yeah. I can be as common as muck if I want. Sometimes I am. Other times, I'm like the fucking Queen.
Yeah, you're self-aware, buddy, and that enables you to behave differently depending on your feelings or how you want to present yourself to others, and that's a nice skill to have.
It's true, and maybe I might just slip in some foreign accents from now on. Who knows?
Well, I've been thinking recently about how we can improve the podcast, and I have noticed there's a distinct lack of racism on our podcast.
So knock up the racism.
Well, just awful pastiched accents. We got some news on Gamescom this week. Perhaps I could do that in a really awful German accent.
I think that would work. It's good.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, people will love that. And as you well know, 24% of our listener base are German. So
that's true. That will really piss them off.
It's going to go down like a sack of shit over there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I like it. Well played.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should talk about, what we've been up to, because I saw your face the other day.
Yeah, in real
reality.
life. IRL. Oh, AFK.
AFK IRL.
AFC.
IRA.
AFC. No, not IRA. No.
Sure?
The march is over there at the moment. We're still clear of that one.
Okay, I thought maybe a bit of racism, we could go with it.
It's the thing about the Irish, they do love their tango.
It's true.
Yeah. So, we met up, didn't we?
Yes, we did meet up with a couple of other boys.
Oh, yeah. Funk and the PJ.
Yeah, OCTOPIZZLE.
The OCTOPIZZLE.
As he is now known, unfortunately.
That is his name now.
Yep. It's a new name.
Yeah. Vaguely remember when we first met PJ, him saying he didn't really want to be called PJ, and then us continuing to do that for eternity.
That is it. From there on. Unlucky.
Vaguely remember that.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably still doesn't like it, but he's very polite, so...
And a fantastic host, buddy, I must say.
What a host he is. It's always sunny at PJ's house, of course, and we met up, did a bit of go-karting, didn't we, buddy? And
racing.
I'm still suffering from that experience.
How is your knee?
My knee, yeah.
Dead?
Well, the bruise kind of dulled, but also spread, so it's now like a foot bruise, like a whole foot-long bruise.
Cool. Yeah, foot-long.
like a Subway sub.
Yeah.
In each direction. It's a large bruise. Of course, from the second practice lap.
Yeah.
Where
it's very early days.
It's very early to be overconfident, but
yeah, but that's you, buddy.
It's my remit there, buddy. So, of course, over the rumbles, turning around the bend, thought I'd dab the old brake, kind of get a nice, trying to get out wide as we're going through the next hairpin.
Get around, yeah.
Spun that fucking thing into a wall. Got a black and white flag, which is... You are driving beyond your means. Warning.
Yeah, you are. You
certainly
were
was.
Fucking all over the place. It was funny.
Unless I meant to do that.
I mean, then fucking you were spot on.
I wanted to get that out of the way early, buddy.
Indeed.
But yeah, holy shit. Go-karting is fucking fun.
Yeah, it's great, apart from when you get fucking T-boned by some, I don't know, Essex cunt.
Bronze AI.
Some
Fuck
bronze
you,
AI.
number 2.
Yeah. No, it's 27, mate, my danger man. He was...
Oh.
He just fucking sideswiped me. Clearly I was in front of him, and he was just like, you know what? Fuck you. I was like, cool. That really hurt my side. Like my spleen. Yeah. I feel like that was the area of my spleen that was hurting.
Yeah. I was a couple of bends back from that battle. I say battle. Butt fucking. And I don't think he meant to do that. I think he was just lacking talent there,
well,
buddy. But,
still, he should have fucking slowed down and not been a twat.
You are driving beyond your means.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's alright, I gave him a good fucking wave of the fist.
Yeah, you did. And he apologised.
As I passed him later on, I gave him the finger while I did it.
Nice.
It flipped him the bird.
Suck a dick.
Ah, yeah. So after the go-karting, obviously, we tried to win the World Cup, buddy, didn't we?
Yeah, and Pez won't have it, will it?
No,
let's be honest.
I mean...
Doesn't fancy it.
No. Beating, I think it was like Bolivia, 8-1 in the group stages. We were like, fuck it, we've got this. We are all over it. We are sourced up.
It looks on the cards. Yeah.
And then someone like Azerbaijan or something, Albania was it? I don't know. Fucking just absolutely annihilated us.
It was unfortunate, yes. That was the closest we got, wasn't it? Was it the semi-final?
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
Almost made it.
We got there.
But no, it's just, there's something about the local version, local play on pairs with 4 players. It just doesn't seem able to keep track of things properly. Like, we're quite experienced on pairs now, and you know when you're playing badly versus getting fucked over by the game. Like, we can all hold our hands up if we balls it up. And we totally were, but we're used to playing together quite regularly, and this was fucking us. It was boning us with intent, I would say. So yeah, that was pretty annoying, to be honest, because, well, it's kind of the grail though, isn't it? Like, how often over all the different years of us meeting up and trying to win the World Cup have we actually managed it? What, like once?
I think so.
Yeah. Across like 15 games.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good times. We played a few other games, which I think we'll talk about later, or do you want to?
No, we'll talk about those after this.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got drunk, played some games, ate some pizza, ate loads of onion rings, which was nice, of the crisp variety, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then parted ways, buddy, the next day.
It was a glorious time, and I can't wait for the next one.
I know, me neither.
It was a beautiful thing. Very enjoyable.
Gibbons, buddy. Whilst there, the OCTOPIZZLE, aka PJ, the Dizzle, he fucking gave me an Xbox 360, buddy. It was like, here.
He sure did. That's one spare in a cupboard.
Knocking about. It was a 20 giga. The old premium one, I think it was. Wasn't like the original premium one, 20 gig, I think.
I think so.
I think that's what I had as well. But so, obviously, I got home. I switched it on. Had some kind of error. I was like, this is great. I think the error was 68. I don't know what that means. Suggestions on the Microsoft website was like, hey, if you've got a hard drive, unplug it and turn it on. Then see what happens. And I was like, okay. And it started working. Plugged the hard drive back in. Still working. I was like, here we go. This is it. Game time. loaded my profile up there, and then proceeded to find out what digital 360 games, because the only disc game that I have is obviously Rainbow Six Vegas 2, the only game that you ever need on the 360, I believe.
Yeah, yep.
It's a good one. Went on to like my Microsoft Xbox account on web browser, and you can see like your download history or purchase history on there. And I found out that I had quite a few games. I got like Halo 3, Payday 2, Assassin's Creed 2, Burnout Paradise, Gears of War. I'm like, fucking sweet. I forgot totally all about these. But, you know, mainly I had Trials HD and Trials Evolution. Now, that's a lot of games to try and fit on a 20 gig hard drive. It's not going to work, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so, buddy.
And I thought about it. I was like, didn't Xbox integrate the 360, bring in like the whole thing where you can put games on a hard drive? I was like, oh.
Certainly did.
They did. Yeah, they did. So I looked in my drawers, found like a 320 gig hard drive just sitting around. I'm like, sweet, plug it in, bosh. All the games are mine now, buddy. All of the games are mine.
It's fucking sweet, man. Absolutely beautiful thing.
It is beautiful. And what also is beautiful, I purchased Project Gotham Racing 4 for a massive £2.09 earlier today. That'll be arriving in 3 to 7 days. So next, not this Friday, next Friday, I'm thinking 360 game night. Woo-woo.
Yeah, well, that gives everyone a chance to get prepared, make sure they've got all the software required.
Yeah, get it all installed, get the updates.
We probably want to decide on a couple of others, I reckon. We got Vegas 2 and Project Gotham 4.
Halo 3, got that?
Halo 3, yeah, probably Halo 3. And I'd probably do us those three. But
I was thinking of what Splinter Cell we used to play. I can't remember. The Mercs
Double Agent.
Was it Double Agent on that?
I can't remember. I think it was. I think that was the one where we mainly played Spies Mercs.
I think that was like 50p on Music Magpie.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Well, I might pop down
50p.
CEX at the weekend and pick up some bits and bobs. I've got Forza as well. Not sure which one. Forza 3 or Forza 4.
Okay, cool.
I've got Splinter Cell Blacklist and the Mass Effect trilogy, but obviously let's not talk about that.
Bad times. Did you actually ever play any of Blacklist?
Played about 3 hours of it, something like that.
And then we're like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but I think other stuff came out around the time when I bought it, but it looks shocking.
Of course it does.
There's like a second disc with an HD set of textures on.
Oh, nice.
Like and that makes it look, I think, worse because there's just so much going on. It just hurts your face to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go back at some point. Maybe once.
When I booted up the 360, I was expecting like you remember? I think it was like the second or third iteration of the dashboard, where it was like kind of at the moment it's all loads of fucking shitty squares, which is balls. I thought it was the one where like I don't know, like you when you looked at your party or group, you had all your fucking avatars there joined together, jumping up and down. I thought it was that one.
Oh yeah,
I missed that one.
I liked the Blade one.
The original Blade, yeah. That was nice.
I thought it was a really nice interface and crucially actually fucking ran properly, which hasn't happened on any console since, as far as I can tell.
No,
so,
unfortunately not.
I'm really excited to play some 360 games. I mean, it seems dumb. We're talking about it as if it's like a fucking like NES or something. It's not that long ago.
But like literally, like when I went on it, the last time that I played it, like online, it was like last person you met online, like 1,200 days ago. I'm like, that's a long time.
It is.
It's like 3 years minimum.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that anyway. That should be good fun.
Yeah, man, definitely. So the final bit of stuff that I've been doing this week is I've been doing a bit of WordPress integration. I'm making like the sex move with my, by the side of my hips, like integration, like that.
Yeah.
WordPress integration, because I've finished my the template for the website, buddy, and I was like, whoa, that looks nice. I should probably try and get that working with WordPress because that's what we use as our back end to host the podcast. And yeah, I've done it. It's up and running now, buddy. You can go to www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk and look at our new website. It's a website. with information.
It's a very sleek website. That I like it a lot more than our old one. It just looks really nice, I think. Really clear. We don't need a lot going on there. We just need, like almost like a classy little blog page where you can access all of the stuff. And I don't know how many people actually listen to the podcast on the website, but we need it to be able to post it. I fucking do now
because I go to it daily and go like, fucking hell, I made that. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Listening back through.
I went for the, my thinking was gradients and triangles, buddy. If you can.
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, as you well know, buddy, my favourite part of the whole website, of course, is the actual buffering play bar on the player.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's multicoloured,
it's
greens and purples.
It's beautiful, buddy.
It's a glorious gradient.
Yeah, it's got a integrated podcast web player, media player thing at the top there now, buddy. So you ain't got to scroll down.
No,
like some jabroni.
Fucking, we won't be having any of that anymore.
Bam, right there.
Yeah,
as it progresses, gradients. How?
It's the future.
So there you go, buddy. Shit or hit. The new website. Let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear from you. Come get involved. Contact us at the JfG podcast at gmail.com and let us know what you think. Shit or hit. Don't elaborate. Just send us one of those words. Shit.
That's all we need.
Or hit. It's all we want. It's all we're asking for.
I liked the fact that you pointed this out when you looked at it, and it was at the bottom we've got like a nice little, thanks for finding us here at the JfG podcast. We're a couple of buddies that love playing games and enjoy the sound of our own voices, and we hope you do too. If you enjoy the show, please leave.
Please leave.
So I was going to come back to that and put a comment or a tweet or something, but I didn't know what to put there. So, but because you found it so funny, and it is actually funny, I will be leaving that in there.
My feedback to you was it says at the bottom, if you like us, please leave. I would like that to stay there.
And it will, buddy.
Excellent.
That's the thing. It's there now and forever will be. Until I make a new one, which I'm not going to do for a while, because I can't be asked.
Okay, cool. Well, glorious.
Indeed.
Pop over to our website, buddies, have a little cheeky gander. Some sort of goosey gander. In the meantime, I think that'll do us, because other than...
I just need to say I haven't tested it on Firefox or Safari, because I just don't care. It works really well in Google Chrome.
I can test it on Safari right now.
You really don't want to do that. It's going to break your computer. Not going to look pretty.
Welp.
Nope.
I mean, for the most part, it's not too bad. It's certainly readable.
That's the main thing that we need.
No, it looks all right, mate. Looks all right.
Cool. I will get to that at some point. When I can be asked.
No, honestly, it's just the...
Is it the triangles?
It's just the background image is in a bit of a strange position. But everything fits. It all fits on the screen perfectly, and...
It's because I am one with the web now, buddy. I'm a webmaster. I'm like Spider-Man. Phil Spider-Man.
Phil Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The very same. Oh, well, lovely, buddy. Beautiful stuff. I suppose I should also ask you, just before we head into what we've been playing, what you're drinking this evening, because I haven't done that yet.
Mate,
despite the fact that the topic is video games, of course, we do need to talk about the old booze situation.
I'm on the standard ones that I'm on at the moment. I'm on the all for one, the 4-hop lager. It's got 4 hops in it. It's nice.
It's 4 hops. I mean, you
jumping
wouldn't want more
over
than
to
that.
The Liberty IPA. There's not much left of this one because I like booze.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy? What are you on tonight?
I am drinking pints of Stella because
Nice.
it fucking gets me there.
That's where we need to be, buddy. Let's fucking do it.
Okay, let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So we got a real mixture. Obviously, we've played loads together because we actually dipped in. And this doesn't happen often when we have a shunt reunion. Normally, we get kind of transfixed on Pez and basically play fuck all else. But we didn't want to let that happen this time. So we've actually played quite a lot of stuff together. But...
Oh, breaking the rules, buddy. Breaking the rules.
I know. But you have dipped into a few things, and so have I, buddy. So do you want to get the ball rolling first?
Yeah, sure. Persona 5 update. Not much to talk about this month, or this week even. Yeah, just fucking steadily progressing. Still working at the beef soup shop, whatever it's called. And, trying to get in some girls' pants, really. I mean, why else do you play games?
Yep, that's
beef,
what games are for.
And girls' pants, mate.
Yep.
Fuck me. NHL 17's amazing.
What a game.
It is so good. So, yeah, we played this in quite a drunken state on Saturday night. And slowly put together what the rules were, I think. It took a while, but we got there. We understood what offside is now.
Yeah, it would appear I only had an 80% grasp of what offside was, and now I'm up to 100%.
Yeah, we've got that. We nailed it now.
Yeah.
We had a fucking great time playing 2-on-2s. It was crazy.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was really, really fun, and hopefully we're gonna get the other guys to pick up NHL 17 at some point, because that's a game that I want to play more of and have been playing more of, buddy, in the Be a Pro season mode, or whatever it's called.
Does a great job of kind of helping you along, doesn't it? Sort of tutorializing it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Say, do this, do that. I'm like, all right, then. Really cool.
The coaching stuff's excellent.
Yeah, it really is. What I like, the main thing I like about it is that you have to play like a session. So throughout ice hockey, the team changes over here and there, back and forth, just whenever they want, really, it seems, whatever. And as a beer pro, as you're playing with one character, you just play for like a session, then you go off for a little bit, then you come back on, then you go off, then you come back on. And yeah, that's pretty cool, buddy. It's just interesting. Like it's a different thing that I'm not used to. It keeps the games like really fast and makes me feel like shit. While I'm out here, I really need to fucking score a goal.
And that's what I was going to say. Like it encourages you because it's kind of quick fire, so it speeds everything along. It makes it feel a little arcadey. Yeah. But when you're out on the fucking ice for your 2.5-3 minutes, you really want to make an impression. You're desperate to. And I found myself not really knowing what I'm doing and trying a little bit too hard, being out of position a lot, getting bollocked for it. But you soon learn, and I have really to say, like EA's standardization of their sports franchises, it has its pros and its cons. I mean, its cons obviously there for all to see. Graphics engine kind of slow to update. Things get a little bit old, a little bit stale sometimes, but at the same time, to have that feature set in all of your games where you've got really good tutorials and training and be a pro and all these online modes that are standardized, it just does it brilliantly on this, and it really helps you get to grips with things. I'm really impressed with it. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic game. And yeah, we proved with PJ and Funk having never played it that anyone can pick this up and have a really good time. Like, yeah, seriously. And you just pick it up, don't you? You just pick up little bits and bobs here and there, and eventually you kind of get it.
I really like the whole like flick it, like right analog stick thing.
Yeah.
So if anyone played like Skate back in the day or Fight Night, which are both EA games, and where they use the right analog stick where you flick it. So like in Fight Night, it was like to do different various punches, and in Skate it was like different tricks in your skateboard. So in NHL, it's kind of the same. You can use it for shooting and shoulder barging and like deking, is it? I think where you like flick it from side to side or something like that. So yeah, it's it took me quite a while actually to get my head around it, because I was like, I'm pressing up, buddy, and I'm not shooting. I'm flicking it upwards, and he's just pulling it back. And it wasn't until I realised that, no, it's not just flick it upwards, it's flick it towards the goal. So if you're shooting down, it's flick it down.
It's contextual to the way your player's facing and the direction of the goal, because it's... Yeah, which kind of makes sense.
It makes sense. I was quite drunk at the time, or hungover. I can't remember if it was the day of or after. And my brain wasn't working at full capacity, unfortunately.
It did make me wonder what it would be like if they implemented these analog shooting mechanics into a football game. I don't know.
Swing your leg back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I suppose the initial problem with it, and the reason that it probably works quite well with NHL, is that is the camera. I mean, having said that, obviously you can switch the camera to the side and have it as the sort of football view. But I think the main reason that the right stick up and down or down and up works so well is it's just easier flicking up and down than left and right. You kind of have to move your thumb around to do left and right. But
I know what you're saying.
I do think that it makes a difference with the shooting on NHL. It feels like you've accomplished something more than just hitting a button. It feels like you've achieved in a way. And it's far more satisfying to score goals than if you just had like a button to mash, I think.
I think so, buddy. It's really... I'm fucking really enjoying this game. It's like taking over like my Persona 5 time a couple of evenings this week, which is crazy. What did I do? I played like the cup. I can't remember what the cup's called. So you get drafted, and I think I came like 5th in the draft pick, and got picked up by the Vancouver Canucks, buddy.
Nice.
Don't know if they're any good or not, but I'm there. I'm their centre. I'm all about it, mate. Fuck knows what a Canuck is, buddy.
It's all about the sports games at the moment.
Yeah, man, seriously. Oh, yeah, what other sports game have we been playing, buddy?
I've been playing the show 17.
What a game.
What a game. You might remember if you listened last week, I'm sure somebody did, that I'd been playing MLB The Show 14. Seems to have dropped MLB, by the way. It's just called The Show 17, this new one. Meaningless, just telling you,
There you go.
It's my duty. So yeah, really enjoying 14, but we were kind of having a bit of a conversation about whether or not it was worth picking this up, because I was saying I want the new one, but I don't really know why. I don't know what it does. That is an improvement on the old one. I don't know what I'm after that I'm not being given at this point in time. What we decided in the end was we probably would get enough out of it online play, because for some reason or other, MLB The Show 14 is blocked from SharePlay. It's got some sort of regional thing going on.
It just says, this game's not available in my region or whatever. It's like,
I am sure that we have played it SharePlay before. And,
more than likely.
And that makes me think that when they switched the servers off, they also blocked SharePlay.
Which is fucking stupid.
What an awful move. Like, why would you do that? Just horrible. You would do that to make people buy the new one. But, it's just really shitty. Like, that's worse standards than EA in that regard. Either way, we took the plunge on the new one, mainly from pressure from me, also because the missus and I have been playing a lot of games recently. We used to play the bigs, and she wanted to try this. Turns out she fucking sucks at this because it's a simulation. She hasn't got the patience for it whatsoever. She can't hit the fucking thing. So, either way, it doesn't matter. We got it cheap, and upon buying it, we realised actually this has got a lot going for it, and there are vast improvements over the old one. From the angles to the fielding is far, far better than 14, and of course you would expect it to be. It's been 3 years, but it's a vastly superior game in every way. There's loads more options in terms of hitting. It's got a proper directional hitting mode in it, which is far more sensible, I think. Like, you can aim left or aim right or aim straight or whatever, rather than just positioning the bat in the strike zone where the ball lands. So yeah, it's got a lot going for it. We played an online game, and that was good fun. We played it with the boys at the weekend, and that was good fun as well, although it's not really the sort of pick up and play game, is it?
No, especially with the hitting front, like you say. It's not arcadey enough.
No. But it looks great, doesn't it? And
Yeah, seriously, yeah. It's a good
we
game.
were getting it, weren't we, towards the end?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, the show 17, good shit. So that coupled with NHL, it's all about the sports at the moment. I've been playing PES as well, so yeah, we're all about it. Taking a little break from. Well, I suppose I am. You aren't, because you've been personaing up until this week. But I was going to say, taking a break from the sort of big investment sort of games, going for the little sort of pick up and play for half an hour ones for a little while.
Yeah. I tell you what, like a little game that I picked up and played this week, buddy. Fucking Trials HD.
Now, it's been a long time since you've played that, and since
Back to the roots, buddy.
yeah, and you've always maintained that that's the best of them, and they've been getting progressively worse. We've played the current gen version relatively recently. What was it like going back after all these years?
Fucking awesome. It just felt so right. Everything was just so good about it.
Is it the stripped back simplicity of it? It's just that mechanic, and it's not trying to do anything gimmicky? Is that why you like it so much?
I don't know. Possibly. Maybe the fact that like I know all the levels like the back of my hand, I guess. And I just fucking went in there, started going, and I was like, oh, cool. This is just how I remember it. Fucking awesome. Ended up beating one of my old previous times. I was like, well, good. This is satisfying as fuck. It's so good. That game's just... there's nothing wrong with that game. It's just the best.
It's the perfect little package, isn't it? There's no really fat. Is. There's no nothing that shouldn't be there. There's no anything else, really. It's focused. They had an idea in their heads of exactly how they wanted to make that game, and it's perfect. I do have to say, though, I presume we've all got Trials Evolution on our live accounts, so we could actually play that on Retro Game Night.
That's true.
I would say HD, but I don't think it was multiplayer, was it?
No, HD was only single player, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, they were finding their feet, weren't they?
Yeah, but seriously, that game, like, if you've never played it, if you've got a PC, it's on there. I think it's like the Gold Edition or Deluxe Edition or something of the original Trials HD. It's not the prettiest of games now, but it doesn't really matter. It's just fucking like the physics in it are just perfect. Like it works so well. Obviously, it needs to be played with a controller. I think keyboard and mouse would. Well, I think it'd just be keyboard, wouldn't it? It might be a bit tricky because you got to feather that throttle, buddy, on certain occasions. And, if you like repeating yourself over and over again, punishment, or whatever, then yeah, this is the game for you. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a crack. I'll have to fire that up when I flick the 360 on in the coming days. Awesome. Cool. Okay. I'll dip in with a couple of things I've been playing, and then we'll just finish off with what we played last with the boys that went down like fucking good. Very good indeed. Very, very good.
Definitely.
So Wipeout, I've been playing some more Wipeout
Nice.
with the missus and without, working my way through that. It's an absolutely fantastic game. I'm so pleased that we picked it up. It's just so nice to play. And friend of the podcast, Mark, got in touch this week. He's taken the plunge with Wipeout as well.
Nice.
And his young son, who's really just sort of finding his feet in terms of current gen consoles, similar position to your young boy in that they're just transitioning over into the point where all the controllers aren't too gigantic for them and so on. He won his first Wipeout race at the sort of third time of trying. So it makes me think this is a young man's game, because you got to be so. It's all the reaction times and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Really helps you out. So and I suppose Wipeout to a degree has been kind of replicated on mobiles with sort of pushing left and right on the screen.
Yeah,
and stuff
like your Ultimate Runners and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, great game. Highly recommended. Hearthstone. I've been playing Hearthstone. I was unfortunate enough to have to commute to London a couple of times over the last week, and needed something on my phone to play and chucked that on there. I've also installed Magic the Gathering, which I haven't played yet. We'll talk about that later because Funk's got something to say on the matter. But
okay.
But yeah, Hearthstone's awesome. I love Hearthstone. I think it's fucking great. I'm going to play it more. I like it. It's cool. But I can't play it at the same time as Magic the Gathering. It just isn't going to work.
You should get the Elder Scrolls Legends, buddy.
Yeah, and fire up Gwent and wait for that South Park one to come out as well.
Yeah, and get Snap.
Yeah, get Snap, Uno.
Solitaire. Crazy Eights. Is that a game?
Just laying out Solitaire, fucking physical Solitaire on a table on a train.
I think that's a good idea.
On a busy train. I haven't even got a seat. Like, I'm standing in the aisle. I'm laying out Solitaire in a fucking line. It's like, excuse me, can you move your briefcase, you prick?
I'm trying to play Solitaire.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Fuck it. Okay. So the only other one that I've played... Actually, I've played loads of this with the missus. A little tiny bit with you as well. And that is Diablo 3.
Are you having a hell of a good time, buddy?
Oh, fuck me. It's great. And I was like, I said to the missus, we should play this. And she saw like the cover art and everything. And she was like, no. She's like, because it doesn't look like the art style and the box art and everything does not really, it's not really conducive to the game itself.
I wouldn't say so, no. Yeah.
But shit, man, like I deleted my save. I thought the best way that I'm going to get her into this and therefore facilitate me being able to play this most nights is if I jump in at the start with her and we level up together. Nice. She's well into it, and I am finally getting into it as well after many, many tries. And it's really nice that you can do local mixed with online. So
yeah, that was crazy. That was really cool.
So we formed a little party. Obviously, we had to mute each other because we were sitting side by side, and then invited you in as an online component. And yeah, it was just cool, wasn't it? It's really good fun. Did you enjoy it? I mean, it's been a long time since you've played the game. Yeah,
it was odd. I didn't know what to expect. I got in there, started just beating the shit out of stuff. I'm like, I don't know. What it's like a tank, I guess. You that's the terminology for it, isn't it?
Yeah. You're a tank. I've got a crossbow dude, so I'm kind of a long ranger. And the missus is a wizard, but she's kind of favouring big swords and shit, so she's kind of tanking as well to a degree.
Nice. And yeah, we just beat the shit out of everything. Like I didn't feel like my health was going down. I was like, this is easy. And then when we finished, I realised that I had like all sorts of armour on that had like healing abilities and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's probably why I wasn't dying. Nice.
Yeah, I think, can you contextually set the difficulty there as well? Is it possible that you are actually on easy while we're on hard?
I have no idea. Possibly.
Could be worth looking at.
Yeah, I'll check into it. Maybe I'm just cheating.
I don't think so, though. I mean, easy is pointless. Like, you just cut through everything like a knife through butter. Hard seems... I mean, there's only once where I have come anywhere near dying and had to use a health potion. The missus copped it, but she literally just ran into a boss battle and was surrounded, and it still took 30 seconds of them battering fuck out of her for it to finally go down. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just a really... It's weird to say, but the act of wandering about from an isometric perspective and just battering the fuck out of everything is very relaxing, I find.
You haven't got to think that much about this game, which is what I kind of enjoyed most about it. And the fact that you can just hold down X. You haven't got to keep pressing it. Just hold it down and then he beats away. It's like, I'm going to fucking beat you to death.
Yeah,
big whoop.
I still find myself mashing sometimes.
Yeah, obviously.
Just because it feels like I'm actually doing it a bit more then. But after a while, you're just like, fuck this. I'm just going to just hold the trigger down. I've got my rapid fire, what is essentially a machine gun crossbow. Just pepper away at shit. It's good.
That's what you want. Nice.
I've just got past the stage that I was at last time I was playing through. So I'm now into new territory with the story. And we're just pumping hours into it. It's awesome.
Cool, buddy. Well, yeah, I'll get involved again, if that's all right.
Yeah!
Nice, buddy. So, I guess we need to finish this section off with a game that we played, and, well, pretty much there was just lots of cocks. Really.
A whole wealth of cocks and balls and vaginas and tits.
Yeah, but there was one at the end there that was... It was beautiful. It's a beautiful picture. I don't know if we can put that in the community. Can we? Can we put that in the community?
I suppose.
I don't see why not. I feel like it should be shown. So yeah,
it's my body.
There's one of an anus, wasn't there, buddy?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Well, this is Jackbox, of course, and PJ and Funk had never savoured the delights of the T-shirt battles from Jackbox Party Pack 3. I had my Mac with me, cleverly left my charger at PJ's house. He's posted it back to me.
Legend.
Awesome. Jackbox Party Pack, obviously fantastic games, and this is the T-shirt battle where you basically just draw a load of designs for T-shirts for X amount of time, and then you get to write as many slogans as you can think of, and then those designs and slogans are presented to the other people playing at random, and they have to combine them to create the winning T-shirt. Obviously, winning for us was sort of the dirtiest, the most disgusting.
It was pure filth.
It was genuinely horrifying, some of the stuff that we were coming up with. I didn't actually realise this until this time round, but there is an option if you go back to Jackbox TV to look at previous sessions you've played. It stores the cookies on your phone. So I was sifting through the pictures of T-shirts that we drunkenly put together, and ridiculous, absolutely awful. In a fantastic way. But we played quite a few, didn't we? We played the Trivia Murder Party, which went down okay. That earwax one where you pick sound bites.
The sound effects, yeah.
That went down really quite well, actually.
Yeah, that was funny.
And obviously Fibbage and so on. But Jackbox is great and kind of relevant this week, as you'll find out later in the show. But I think it went down pretty well, buddy. And that Jackbox Party Pack 3, I would recommend getting that one over the other two combined. Like if you can only buy one, then definitely get that one, because it's kind of got the best of 1 and 2, and then it's also got these extra modes, which are probably the best thing about the whole thing.
Gibbons, buddy, just a fucking great game. Loads of fun.
It's cool. It's very, very cool. So unless you've got anything else, buddy, I think that's it, isn't it? We've played a shit ton this week. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've done fucking really, really good show on the gaming, buddy, this week. Good show.
Oh, yeah, pulling our weight.
Gibbons.
Sweet as the proverbial, buddy. Let's move on. And now it's time for the news.
The news.
What on earth was that?
No, don't. It's still episode 117. Something different.
Fair enough.
The news.
The news.
The news.
The news.
Fucking news.
Number one.
Number Wang.
Ubisoft's founding family has upped its holdings in the company to ward off Vivendi's interest in taking control of it. This is Eve & Co, buddy.
Eve & Co.
Eve & Co builders.
I think that's changed
drive.
Ubisoft to Eve & Co.
Eve & Co, do your drive, do your wall. Do you want your wall done? Crazy paving, love it. It's the Eve Guillemot and the Guillemets, or the Guillemots. Good first album, but kind of downhill after that. They now own 13.6% of the Ubisoft's shares. Under French law, you can only hold 30% maximum before you have to kind of float it as a public company. And so that gives them a 20%, 20.02% of Ubisoft's voting rights. Still smaller than Vivendi's stake. They've managed to accrue 27% of Ubisoft's share capital and 24.5% of its voting rights. but it's tighter than it was, and they've come out punching. Fair enough, I suppose. In other news, now I've been kind of following this as we went to air, but yeah, the Ubisoft servers, they seem to be offline across the board worldwide right now. Or they were as I hit record. They've confirmed that, the official Ubisoft support account tweeted, "We're currently monitoring a DDoS attack which may impact latency or connections to our games." Since then, things seem to have escalated, and at the time of recording, I was just sort of perusing Twitter, buddy, and it looks like Rainbow Six Siege servers, The Division, Wild Pants, that shit's all down right now, completely down.
It's crazy. Well, we've seen this thing happen previously to various other games and companies and things like that. So yeah, it's a thing. It's going to happen, but it's just going to see if there's an actual reason behind this, or is it just kids being cunts again?
It's probably that latter one, I would imagine. Just goes to show, like, I felt like people had kind of got on top of the DDoS. Cloudflare certainly sort of cleaned up for a bit, and these new technologies keep coming out to sort of protect against this sort of thing, and then they find another way, and then it's just a constant sort of arms race, isn't it, between attack and defense?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it, buddy? You can't really do much about it. It looks that way. Yeah, it looks that way at the moment. So, either way, the important news really is they've increased their stake, trying to fend off Vivendi. Vivendi maintain that they're not trying a hostile takeover, which is funny, because if you were trying to, then you'd be doing all the things they're doing. So, there we go. Either way, we'll see on that one. We move on to number 2. Angela Merkel, who is the German Chancellor, which is their Prime Minister or President, whatever. She's the head honcho, buddy. Top of the class. The G money. Yeah, okay, I can see where we're going with this.
Yeah. She's opening Gamescom this year. She's going to actually sort of officially open Gamescom, which is a bit of a coup for them. And they are, well, from the statements that representatives at Gamescom have put out, they seem both absolutely delighted and also baffled. So yeah. This is a quote from like a Gamescom spokesman. With her visit, she honours the development of Gamescom into one of the most successful and largest events in the German trade fair system.
See, I thought you were just going into a German accent then, buddy.
As I said earlier about the fact that like a quarter of our audience is apparently from Germany. Yeah. I just don't know that it's wise.
With the first half of it sounded like you were doing it. I was like, he's doing it.
It's worded amusingly, like it's been translated by a German rather than...
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
you know?
I get that, yeah.
With her visits, it's just like... yeah, you are really spoiling us. But
you are really spoiling us.
Either way, Angela Merkel there. Bit of a ledge.
Nice. And, I love it.
I really like
Gamescom, when's that, buddy?
Gamescom, when's that?
Buddy,
It's August, isn't it?
I don't know. It's not like I do stuff with
22nd of August.
There you go. That makes sense.
Yeah. 22nd to the 26th.
Anything big?
No.
No. I don't think anything big is going to happen there. PlayStation 5. The Vita 2.
I would imagine that if Sony have any sense, then they will be heavily pushing the Pro and VR at Gamescom, because they've got E3 out the way, and they've shown off a load of games that are coming out.
They need to say something about... Am I imagining this? But The Last of Us 2, that was a thing, wasn't it? And we didn't see anything this year at E3.
Yeah. Yeah, no, okay. That's true.
Just maybe that might be something I'd talk about.
I guess so, yeah. I think Naughty Dog can kind of do what they want, though, to be honest. Like, they've kind of earned that right. And the the DLC spin-off for Uncharted. It's going to be kicking around about that time. So
that's true.
But yeah, in terms of big things that they can show us that we don't know about already or haven't seen very much of, then certainly The Last of Us 2 falls into that category. They need something, because no one gives a fuck about Days Gone.
Nope.
God of War, I'm still psyched for, but
it's not out till next year, buddy, so don't worry about it.
Exactly, and nor it seems there's anything else in terms of first party stuff. Knack 2, buddy, that's going to be the center point of the
everybody's golf.
Yeah, fuck me. Well, either way, it'll be interesting to see what people do there, because it's just slightly underwhelming E3 from all concerned. So let's see if they've got anything else to actually show us.
No, nothing.
We'll move on. Valve. Let's talk Valve, buddy. Valve's new VR controller, which has been in development for some time, and they've they always do things a bit differently, Valve, but they've been showing several prototypes over the last sort of 10, 12 months, where they've actually let journalists see them, and they're constantly updating it and improving it, getting feedback and so on. But this thing, the code name for it is Knuckles, and it would appear that the big USP is that it tracks every finger. So the best way I can describe these dual controllers, obviously for VR, they look like the tops of ski poles.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture right now.
They've got those handles, and then a sort of a bit around the outside
strappy
as well.
Bits.
But the bit that you hold on there, it's all sensors, and it will track all of your fingers. It'll track if you take them off, if you hold two up, whatever you do, it'll track it. And it should mean that future VR games, I suppose will this work? Will they make this work with the Oculus, or are they just going to keep it for Vive? I don't know. I
don't know. This is going to be an issue now, because obviously we've got like 3 major VR headsets out there. Obviously, there's a million more as well.
Yeah,
thing.
You've got the main 3, haven't you?
And then they're all going to have different interfaces and things like that. And yeah, different peripherals. It's gonna, I don't know if this is gonna help VR or hinder it, the fact that there's not one standardized thing.
I think hinder. I mean,
I think you're right.
It's different with third-party games, because they can all come out on various different systems, but controllers and peripherals and stuff, I feel like at this point, to make VR big, everyone needs to be helping everyone. So
true.
Hopefully they'll release it for all of them. Either way, it looks cool, and it's not hard to imagine the possibilities there of what you could do with your hands if you have an interface that can map every single bit of them. So
yeah, exactly.
Obviously they're working on a couple of like full-blown AAA VR titles apparently at the moment, although all of their script writers have left, so that's a bit of a worry. But it looks weird, but it looks cool. And I look forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah, I mean, do you reckon it's going to be anything like what was the fucking controller? The Steam controller or whatever it was.
Oh, with its big analog sticks that were touchpads.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, some people swear by that.
That's true, they do.
I mean, Valve can just
I still haven't
innovate.
tried it, to be honest.
They can do what they like, can't they?
Yeah, of course they can.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It looks cool, though. It looks cool, and anything that's going to sort of speed along VR is a good thing.
Gibbons.
We'll move on for now. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG, as some people call it, has sold 4 million copies worldwide and made over $100 million in its opening 13 weeks in early access. Crucially, in early access, buddy, this game is not officially out yet.
It's not officially out, which is fucking crazy.
And it's took $100 million.
They've done very well.
They've
done very, very well. And I'm a bit pissed at, Phil motherfucking Spencer with his stupid launch exclusive, or whatever it is.
Doing his deals.
Yeah, of this coming first on Xbox, and we're not going to see it till 2018 sometime, which is a shame, buddy.
Yeah, and I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Will the novelty have worn off by that point?
I don't know. I'm not going to play it elsewhere, so I still want to play this game.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm sick of hearing about it, but that's because I can't play it.
Yeah,
and I'm annoyed
totally.
by that. So, but yeah, no, fantastic game, isn't it? By the looks, and people are really embracing it. There's, I like the look of all the custom stuff as well. I've been watching Hat Films playing like 2v2s on a massive map, because normally in a game, you know, if you play 2v2s on Battlefield or something, then it is pointless. You just never see each other. But the giant game mechanic in this of ever decreasing in size circle.
Yeah, you'll have to meet at some point.
Yeah,
at some point.
It's cool. Very, very cool. Cool game. I want it.
Gibbons.
Yep.
Oh.
We move on to this. Rockstar, you will remember last week, we reported that Take-Two had taken action against OpenV or Open5, I don't know which one it is. They were a mod team who had created a single-player mod for GTA 5, something that Rockstar had always said in the past was absolutely fine, provided it didn't affect GTA Online. And then Take-Two had just come out and gone for cease and desist, threatened legal action. And the modders took it down because they didn't really fancy fighting one of the biggest media entertainment companies on Earth in the open court. It would appear that Rockstar have taken steps to smooth things over, and it makes it very interesting. Like, the whole Rockstar Take-Two thing has always been weird. But,
yeah, totally.
But this is kind of unprecedented as they come out, almost not against Take-Two, but certainly sort of saying, fucking step back, son.
Yeah, calm it down, mate.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't cool what you're doing.
Yeah, so, yeah, they were getting all sorts of negative reviews, this, that, and the other. Anyway, they released a big, long statement this week. I'm not going to read it because it's big and long, but they did get Take-Two to retract its cease and desist against the modding community. The mods are now back online, the single-player mods. Rockstar says it welcomes all single-player mods, but there was a caveat there that suggested they haven't got full control of the situation, where they basically said if Take-Two change their minds or fancy a fight, they might do this again. So, swings and roundabouts, you know?
Who knows, buddy?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So that's the situation. Rockstar have kind of got Take-Two to back down, but if Take-Two decide that they fancy having a paddy again, then that could happen, and Rockstar aren't promising that they won't. So, there we go. In the meantime, buddy,
Ooh, hello.
I don't know if you've seen this week.
What's that, buddy?
The UK video game charts came out this week, buddy. Yeah, I was just having a little look at them earlier. And GTA 5 is top of the UK charts this week, 4 years after its launch.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
This game is just the best.
Unbelievable. And for that to happen the week after the mod controversy as well, makes you wonder exactly what's going on there. It's just a monumental achievement. This is the 13th time that it's returned to the top spot. The 13th time that it's been knocked from the top spot for a spell and then returned there, ahead of new releases. Nearly every time that it's gone back to number one, there have been big AAA games out, and I just think it's absolutely amazing. I just can't believe there's still people who don't own it for there to be these sales.
Well, the only thing I can think of is like people are picking up like Xbox Ones and PS4s and stuff like that, and they had GTA on their 360s and PS3s, and they're like, well, I need that game for the new console, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, that's one type of buyer.
And you wonder as well if that could ever happen again now, because we're heading into half steps and iterations of consoles.
Indeed we are.
It's almost like they got in there the very last possible time that they could release the same game like 5 times. They got in there and they did it, and they made that money and they made those sales. It's incredible achievement. Like, you do have to praise them for it, even though it's just utterly ridiculous.
But the thing is that like, they've added something new each time, though, when they've done it. So when it came to like this generation of consoles, it was like first-person mode, and then when it went to PC, it was like editor mode. It's like wow, it's not like oh yeah, here's a game, carry on.
And they never try and sell that like as DLC or anything either.
No,
because they don't need to, because they can sell so many different versions of the fucking thing.
Exactly.
Awesome. And yeah, there's been another new update in the last couple of weeks. Funk asks about it later, and we'll get to that as well. But
yeah, buddy,
just incredible achievement. Right, next, Sega has launched a new service on mobiles and tablets, free-to-play service called Sega Forever.
Sega Forever, great name.
It's essentially a free-to-play app that allows you to play lots of old Sega games with not in-app purchases, but lots of ads and so on. And that would be a thing. I wouldn't blame Sega for doing that. It's not the worst idea at all. And they've, there are versions of Sonic and stuff that you've been able to get on Android and iOS before, except the emulated games are reviewing absolutely horribly. Like there's
really
massive controversy about this. People, there was I've read an interview that Eurogamer conducted with I think it was the head of Sega EU, who clearly had no idea the grilling he was about to receive, and you can just read this article and just see things turning sour. You can just visualizing him fucking staring daggers at the interviewer at Eurogamer as he just kept at it. He was like, "People are saying this is terrible. Why have you picked these games? They're so uninspired." Why is it that my 8-core Apple iPhone can't run a game that used to run on fucking 20k of RAM? Like, just really dicking on it. So, after a little bit more digging, it would appear that during the process of creating this service, there was a big old dispute between Sega and Libretro, who are a prominent emulator designer, widely regarded to be the best Sega emulators you can get. And it would appear that they walked away halfway through the process, and Sega just finished up. Now, I don't know who they finished up with.
They were just like, let's just tidy this up, and then, we'll put it out.
Yeah. Exactly, and that seems to be what's happened. That appears to be what's happened. These games run like shit. People are complaining left, right, and centre. Lots of reviews on certainly on the Google Play Store saying don't even bother. Like they're so awful, just don't even bother. Meanwhile, Sega leading the company line with we're so pleased with the positive responses we've received for Sega Forever, which is just absolutely untrue. But yeah, that's where we're at this point. I'm sure it will progress over the coming weeks, and hopefully they can tidy that service up, because, as I said, it's not a bad idea at all. And if Nintendo are allowed to jump into the mobile market, then why not?
Exactly,
Sega?
why not?
They got a good back catalogue, haven't they?
Anything's game, really, isn't it? For it,
What would you? I mean, I know you don't do much mobile gaming, but do any Sega games spring to mind that you'd be up for playing, like on your phone or on your tablet or whatever?
Struggling to think of Sega games right now, mate, to be honest.
Fair play. We should probably move on to the next thing, because I think it'll be more up your alley, friend.
We'll do that.
More up your alley.
This one, this is more me.
So this is the SNES Mini, which was announced sometime between this show and last week's.
Didn't see it coming, buddy.
Didn't see it coming. No one knew.
I didn't see it coming.
No. It's been confirmed. It is going to be £70.
Wow.
And it will launch on the 29th of September in the EU. Cool. It's going to feature 21 games. I've picked some of the best ones here. I know you're going to like some of these, buddy. Donkey Kong Country.
Beautiful.
Final Fantasy 3.
Fuck off.
F-Zero.
Yeah, I'm there.
Kirby's Dream Course.
I'll play that.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Fucking definitely play that.
Star Fox.
Nice.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting.
I'm all about it.
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Super Mario World.
Oh, it's a beautiful game.
And as a little bonus Easter egg, Star Fox 2. Never before released Star Fox 2.
It's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What? Like, they were just like, you know what, fuck it, guys, let's just finish this off. You know, we'll tidy it up and put it out.
Just unbelievable. Super Punch-Out, Yoshi's Island. There's a few others as well, less sort of spectacular ones. But yeah, it's a good lineup. This is just, you know, people like this sort of thing. It's just a little console. It's got an HDMI. And yeah, you can nick these and play them on emulators. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you can.
It's a thing you could do, yeah.
But it's just a lovely little thing, this. A lovely little gadget. The NES went down brilliantly.
Like, when I found, like, my SNES, whenever it was a few months ago, I was like, this thing's awesome. It's just so cool. It, like, I feel like, because our design's, like, the same as the Famicom, I think, whereas, like, the States, like, they had some fucking horrible shit show of a Super Nintendo console. It's just, like, all boxy and retarded. I don't know. But ours is fucking sleek and sexy. It looks way much better. Like, have you seen the American SNES?
Yeah, with the purple bits on it.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is that, man?
Ugly
as fuck. Whereas you look at, like, the European one, you're like, fucking, that's sleek, stylish, sexy, you know.
Still one of the best looking game consoles ever, I think, the SNES.
Yeah, man. And a satisfying eject button as well.
Yeah, special.
Boom! Whack it down.
Special times.
So, I'm very tempted to get one of these, but there's fucking, like, there's so no point in me getting it. Like, I don't know. But then again, like, didn't they ended up modding, like, the NES Mini to play, like, loads of other NES games and stuff on it, I think.
Yeah, so I don't know where it'll go, but
if they did that with this, then, like, very tempting to do that.
I just don't know. After a week, are you going to get that out of the cupboard again?
Exactly. I'm not, like,
as nice as it is. I don't know. I really like it as well.
I think 70 quid's too much for me.
Was the NES 50? I think it was.
Remember, mate. Yeah, it might have been.
It's kind of on the cusp, isn't it? 70 quid. Yeah. I mean, you get a 2DS for that, of course.
Exactly. Just get a fucking 2DS, mate.
But yeah,
take it with you.
I think for me, if I was in, if you had sort of very young kids that you were trying to get into gaming for the first time, and you had some sort of thing where you were like, I want them to kind of work their way through the eras as they're growing up, which I know some people do. If you want to sort of curate it for your children, probably doesn't work for the most part, but this would be the ideal little present in that respect. But
yeah, good shout.
But yeah, it's a nice little thing. Comedy Retail Clusterfuckers Game. Currently taking pre-orders for the SNES Mini, buddy. Only in store. You can't do it online. They are asking for a £50 deposit for this £70 item.
Fucking brilliant. Well played.
Well, they were questioned about this, and they said that stock is low, demand is high, and it will deter scalpers.
Okay.
I guess I kind of see where they're coming from.
Yeah, you can see it.
I'm not convinced that they actually give a fuck about scalpers.
No, they don't. Of course
they're selling the stock or they're not. Surely.
They just want the money now, buddy.
The problem's always Nintendo. They never make enough of anything. It's pathetic, actually. I have to say, genuinely, after all these years, like, it is pathetic. No one thinks it's clever. It doesn't work like that anymore, that you build up like masses of hype by there not being enough of something, because everyone knows how easy it is to mass market something now. So if you don't have enough stock for the obvious demand of your product, you're just being a cunt is what you are. So that's annoying. But
well played, Nintendo.
Yeah, either way. They got previous, so there we go. But yeah,
we shall see.
Nice looking device, and
I mean the fact that I haven't gone to the trouble to get like new cables for like my SNES and try and boot it up just clearly shows me that like I'm not fussed.
No, I mean the only difference is your input. It'll look a bit nicer with HDMI.
That's true.
But that's it really. to be honest. So
Yeah.
Well, either way, that's happening. I'll finish off. It's been a long news section because, as is so often the case, after E3, there's fuck all for a week, and then suddenly there's like double news. So that's kind of where we've been. But just finally to say that we were talking very briefly about Fortnite, which Michael Strong brought up last week. And I mentioned that it had some elements of Orcs Must Die, and I think you mentioned that Unchained, which went down apparently like a sack of shit, but they've been working on ever since on PC. Yeah. It is finally coming. It's a free-to-play game, but it is...
Holy shit.
Orcs Must Die Unchained is finally coming to PS4 next month, buddy. So...
Yeah, they added all kinds of weird PvP and like MOBA-like elements to it, but they still do have the standard like modes in it that were great about Orcs Must Die 1 and 2.
And if that's the case, then that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm game on. Game on. Very excited for that anyway. Keep track of its progress, and probably need to do a little bit of research actually, because it's obviously been out on PC for ages. I might have to watch some videos this week, and maybe we'll talk about it next time round.
Gibbons, buddy.
So that's me, buddy. That's my news. I think it's time to head over to what is my favourite section, and I'm sure the listeners as well. This is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favorite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. There's only one thing on my favourite things this week, so it's the favourite thing. I don't know why there's only one. I just clearly haven't found anything that interesting this week, unfortunately. And we're going back to Ubisoft about the Guillemot brothers, or even his clan of Guillemots. I don't know, whatever it is. There's hints of a new Splinter Cell project, buddy.
Oh, hello.
Apparently it's been 4 years since the release of the last one, and hey, maybe there's going to be a new one. Who knows?
Fuck me.
They don't have anything specific to share at the moment, but teams are working on different things, so stay tuned for more.
So it sounds like it's a long way off, but it's going to happen.
Hopefully. That'd be nice. I'd like a new Splinter Cell.
Because I'm sure a certain Mr. Ironside was reported as being at Ubisoft HQ in a vocal booth like a year ago. So
yeah, exactly. So
maybe it's progressing very slowly.
Something might have popped up by now, but no. I mean, yeah. See what happens with it, really, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, say what you will about that Splinter Cell Blacklist, which I think is a competent game that I couldn't really get into, mainly because just graphically it hurts. But I do believe that was a misstep, stepping away from proper Sam Fisher, going down that route. It kind of came out at the wrong time as well. But yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I love that franchise. Fucking hell, Chaos Theory, what a game that was. And yeah, Double Agent, we played lots of Spies Mercs. We might need to pick that up for retro game night, buddy.
Gibbons, buddy.
Might have to happen. I'm sure PJ's got a copy, so there we go. One of his favourites. Cool. So
yeah, that's me done, buddy. Unfortunately.
No, well, thank you very much for that, buddy. That's your news. That's my news, and that was the news. And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So, what have we got this week, buddy? In, out, up, down, left, right, roundabout, fucking shit, not shit, shit or hit. Fonz or Phoenix?
Fonz or Phoenix, shit or hit. We have a Phoenix, we have a shit. Or do we? I don't know. Let's see how we feel about this, buddy.
Okay.
Call of Duty.
How do I feel about this, yeah? Okay.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. I've heard of it.
For
that franchise.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, for Modern
Remastered.
Warfare, yeah. Remastered, yeah.
It's out. It's out standalone. It came out just like that. It's out.
Popped out.
Just pops it out. We knew it was going to happen. It's taken longer than we thought it would.
Did it had that like 8 months and then it's out?
Yeah, I would have to listen back to old episodes, and I'm not going to do that because I can't be fuckered, but I think I might have said 8 months.
Oh, I think I went for like 3. I was like January.
Yeah, no, and fair play, because a couple of biatches, why not? But here we are. It doesn't really matter. Here we are. So I also think we were talking about the price, and I think that you thought it would be 30 and I thought it would be 40. And it's $34.99. So it's split down the middle between the two. Which is expensive.
Yeah, I think 35 quid for a remastered Call of Duty is too much, buddy. Especially because it has its own DLC as well.
It does, which isn't included. It's currently on sale. They've actually had the cheek to put the DLC on sale as if they're doing you a fucking favour.
I know, right?
This is the Variety Map Pack, which the RRP of is £15 and is currently $9.99 on the store. So
if it wasn't $9.99, you're talking 50 quid.
You are.
For
COD 4.
COD 4, yeah.
So, that's a bad price.
That's a very bad price for me.
For a game that I owned.
I could understand 30 quid. I don't know why, but that seems a lot better than 35, but still. I mean, if they put that out at like 20, then fucking that'd be just... Everyone would get that.
But they will, that's the thing.
No.
They're obviously not fussed about selling it.
No, obviously.
At any great speed. It's not going anywhere. And if they want to launch at $34.99 and then heavily reduce in 6 weeks... Yeah,
exactly.
Then they can do that.
Yeah.
I just hate it, the whole thing. And I don't know if I want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare now, after all this time. I certainly don't want to pay any amount of money for it, really, you know. I mean, if it was sitting on the store for a tenner, then I'd probably take the plunge, but...
We'll pick up on the 360, mate. I'm sure we can get it for
How do you feel about it? Like... Forget all the bullshit, forget the fact that it was tacked onto this fucking game no one wanted, and that's the only way they could sell the damn thing, and they said that they wouldn't sell it standalone, and now they have. Forget all of that, just Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Do you want it, or don't you, and why?
I'm going to say no, because I've played that campaign. I don't really want to do it again. It was okay. Great ending. And the multiplayer was good at the time. Obviously, that has progressed on to whatever shooters have turned into now. I mean, Battlefield 1. Obviously, they've gone back in time. Well, and the new Call of Duty they've gone back to World War II now. So I think they're getting away from the sci-fi-ness where Call of Duty was going, like Black Ops and stuff. I mean, it was a simpler time then. Like, it didn't have a lot of, like, you know, it didn't have all the perks and that shit. It had a few of them or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's a game that I played in the past, and if I still had that on the 360, I might boot it up, but I probably wouldn't. So the fact that it's been remastered, I don't really care about that much. It'd be fun to have, but it's no necessity, and I'd play it like for 1 week, and then that's enough. That'd be it.
It's another option for retro game night, of course.
Yeah, totally is. I mean, there's nothing stopping us going out and picking up for the 360. Yeah. Fuck it.
I didn't mention this in what we've been playing because I wanted to save it for now, really. But we actually had a cracking experience on Black Ops 3 playing some private games last game night. And I think that's worth mentioning. We've never done that before. We've always played online with numpties. But it was a thing that we used to play back on the 360. We used to play like private matches. We did.
And yeah, it was something we've kind of got out of because... I think the whole push for online gaming, well, that's what it is now. You know, all the shooters are just like online, and it was just like a suggestion, really, wasn't it, last week? And we were like, oh yeah, I wonder if we can do that, because you know, we God knows when it was episodes and episodes ago, we spoke about doing like stupid game modes within games that you come up with your mates, and one of them was like third-person COD headshots only with pistols.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, let's fucking see if we can do that. And it turns out we might be able to.
Yeah, there's a whole host of options there. And this is, as you were saying before, just then, like about how it's gone so online now that you don't even give it a second thought, the idea of kind of gating yourself off when it comes to shooters. But
no, totally not.
These options, I forgot that there was even the chance to. We loaded it up and I wasn't even sure that we'd be able to make a private game, which is so dumb. Totally. Of course you can. But I just didn't think about it. But yeah, there's all manner of options. There's a whole advanced options screen here, and it would appear that you can have headshots only, you can have third person. And so, yeah, I think this will be another one we'll have to try out, because it was really fun. It was actually just really... There's something about getting shot to shit by you and Funk and PJ that just doesn't fuck me off like when I'm getting shot by people I don't know. I don't know. Probably due to the respect I have for the both of you, for the lot of you.
Maybe.
I'm just like, no, fair enough. Well, congratulations. I'm pleased for you. That's kind of what it is. But
touche.
But yeah, there's definitely some life left in that Blops, and I certainly think that means there's no reason for us to take the plunge on this. And when that hits $19.99, when that hits $14.99, there's every chance that we'll cave, you know?
Yeah, I don't see why not. And when it gets that cheap, then yeah, I'll pick it up.
But fuck
just
me,
because I'd like to play. Clown shoes, mate. And
50 quid for all the pack, like...
It's fucking stupid.
Unbelievable.
Mate.
So
absolutely, it's not cool.
No,
not cool.
So Phoenix, we'll go Phoenix because it is a Phoenix at that price.
Yeah, I think it's a Phoenix. And the fact that they went back on their thing like, oh no, we're not releasing this as a standalone.
Typical.
But everyone fucking knew they were going to. But anyway, doesn't make it right, buddy. Doesn't make it right.
Certainly doesn't. Certainly doesn't. And now it's time for Out This Week.
That's out this week. Oh yeah. Just fucking excited about what's out this week, mate.
Yeah,
what's out this week?
I don't know if we've ever been in a position where nothing is out this week.
There must be something out this week.
Well, kind of. I mean, I've got the PS Plus and Xbox Games for Gold lineups.
Oh, Games for Gold.
Games for Gold there. But in terms of retail releases, things that you would pay for outside of your subscription, don't shout at me, dickheads, there's nothing. There is nothing coming out this week. So
that's crazy.
So there you go. But as I said, we got PS Plus, we got Games for Gold. We will start with PS Plus.
Oh yeah, let's get disappointed. I'm psyched.
So this is a good month.
Oh,
not necessarily for us, but it is a good month. PS Plus, PS4 gamers will get Until Dawn.
Whoa!
Now that is the sort of caliber of title that should be coming out every month for PS Plus.
Should be at least one of those games.
And if you haven't played this game, you're in for a fucking treat, my friends. Because Until Dawn,
because I've had this game for a year now and I haven't played it, but now it's PS Plus. Fucking can't wait. Gonna play this game.
Now you haven't got to put a disc in. You're like,
exactly. That's what I was fucking dreading.
Yep.
It's the only thing that was stopping me playing it, buddy.
This is a fucking great game. Until Dawn is a fucking great game. If you're put off by horror games, don't be. It's not that scary. It's just entertaining. It's like a sort of faux comedy horror kind of scenario. If you're put off by QTEs, don't be, because think of it like you're watching a movie, buddies. And I had so much fun with this. This is the last game and the only game for a very long time that I played through in one sitting. Bearing in mind, this is like a 12-hour campaign. played through in one sitting with the missus.
Nice.
It's a game you can play with your partner because it's not like a video game, it's more like a film. Hugely entertaining, fantastically acted, characters that you hate at the start grow to love by the end, and then desperately want to try and avoid killing off.
I'm gonna fuck them all.
It's awesome. This game is awesome, and you're all in for a right old treat. It's a cracking game to have in PS Plus. Joined by Telltale's Game of Thrones, which we always take the piss out of Telltale, and rightly so, but I do like Game of Thrones, and I am willing to give this a go. So I probably will play this one, buddy. I don't know about you. What do you think about it?
No.
Fair enough.
No.
And finally, in PS4 town,
PS Plume.
that's you! Exclamation mark.
That's you.
And this-
Is that the thing that I talked about on E3, the phone thingy?
That's
shit,
right.
yeah?
This is
Yeah.
Sony's answer to Jackbox.
Jack off.
So
box.
that's kind of, as I was saying earlier, like a bit relevant that we played the old Jackbox.
Did you see like the trailer?
I did.
for
I thought it looked
That's
cool.
You, with old Shuhei Yoshida.
Yeah,
and they
mate,
were like,
he's
"That's
such a good
Shu."
sport.
Yeah, man, he's always happy. It's like if you got him and old Yves together and Miyamoto, happiest chappies ever.
They love it, and why
They're
not?
just happy all the time.
Why
Like video
not?
games?
Exactly, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, buddy.
I just think that's a great lineup. That's probably one of the best PS Plus lineups ever.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, for the PS4, that is probably the best lineup that I've seen since 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, we got Until
Fucking
Dawn.
hell.
It's a great AAA title. Game of Thrones, which I think most people have kind of sort of stepped away from all of Telltale's kind of constant.
Terrible.
But at the same time, people like Game of Thrones. If they were going to give one away, then this would be the good one to do.
I think they've given away all the others, buddy. So
Yeah,
I think it's
true,
the last
true,
one that was
fair.
left.
And then that's you, Sony launching an interesting and exciting new party game as part of PS Plus as well. Fucking great lineup, good shit, well played. On top of that, we have some PS3 titles: Tokyo Jungle, which is highly rated game as well, and Darkstalkers Resurrection, which is also a highly rated game. So fill your boots.
Resurrection.
Yep. And then Vita and crossplay, we have Element 4 and Don't Die Mr. Robot. Ironically, Don't Die Mr. Robot has nothing to do with Mr. Robot. Of course, the
program.
actor from Mr. Robot is the lead in Until Dawn. So,
Oh, nice meta.
full
buddy.
circle.
Meta.
Full circle there.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Anus.
See, this is the difference between us and a professional show. Is
I'm just pounding booze right now.
well, no, I mean,
pouring-
certainly
getting
that
more
makes
and
it that
piss.
does make things different. But I came home from work and rushed my way through the notes, and I wouldn't say the guy. A professional show would not say the guy from Mr. Robot. It would say Rami Malek, which is the guy's fucking name, which I just googled.
Yeah, but if you say that to me, I'm like, who the fuck is Rami Malek?
well, in context, having mentioned Mr. Robot, I'm just saying.
I'd still be like, who the fuck's that cunt?
That's the beauty of your giant bombs, your Eurogamers, buddy. They haven't got to go and be an IT support engineer all day. They can do their fucking research. So
That's true. They haven't got to work with horrible prisoners every day.
exactly.
Well, some aren't horrible.
Hashtag
Some are alright.
just saying. So Xbox Games for Gold this month, buddy.
Games for gold, buddy. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get like an Xbox Live subscription. What am I going to get?
What are you going to get? You won't
Okay.
believe your luck.
Okay, sweet. I can't wait.
The most tremendous video game experience to ever happen in video games entertainment, buddy. We've got Grow Up, of course, which was the follow-up
Okay.
to Grow Home.
Yep.
That's a good one to give away. Fair play to
That's
Microsoft. It's a cheaper one, of course, but
Obviously, yeah.
we got Runbow.
What is Runbow?
I've just seen you highlight Rumbo, and I'm inclined to wait until you see Rumbo now. So
Okay, yeah.
just hang on here.
Colourful looking game. cartoony looking. Looks like shit's going on. No idea. I don't know. Sure. I mean, it was a Wii U game. I mean, that just says it all.
Yep.
Wow.
Rumbo there. So that's Runbo.
Fuck my life.
That's Runbo. We've also got Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, buddy.
Nice.
Yep. You like that?
Great game. Great, mate. I nearly platinumed that game. Or whatever it is. Got all the achievements. What's the achievement one now? I can't remember. 1,000 Gs.
1,000 Gs.
Nearly 1,000 G there. Yeah.
And I've saved this one for last, buddy. The main event, of course, for Games 4 Gold.
Fucking beauty, this.
It's Kane and Lynch 2.
Dog
Days.
Dog Days.
Dog Days. Kane and Lynch 2 and Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, 360 titles, which are backwards compatible and you can play.
See, if I
on
get
Xbox
Xbox Live this month, I'm like, why would I bother with my new 360, courtesy of OCTOPIZZLE? Because I already have Lego Pirates of the Caribbean as a digital download. Don't ask me why. And like I've got Kane and Lynch 2 on Steam, so I mean I won't be gaining anything, buddy.
Except a lovely time on game night playing Gotham.
Oh yeah, obviously that as well, but you know.
Well, we can find some solace there at least.
Yeah. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean's a great Lego game, by the way. It's really cool. Like you collect little ships, and then you can sail them around. It's really fun.
That does sound quite nice, actually.
So yeah, like you have like your home base area where you go into all the different levels, and then by unlocking all like the different ships, you unlock them in your port, and you can go and jump in them. And if there's multiple players on there, like you can jump in different ones and like shoot each other and stuff.
Oh, nice! Cool. Oh, that's quite cool then.
Yeah, it was a nice little touch, to be honest. Like it was before they all went like open worldy in a way, like the Marvel one.
Oh, fair enough.
It was a really good game, actually. Enjoyed it a lot.
Sweet. Well, there you go. That's your PS Plus. That's your Games for Gold.
That means that Kane and Lynch 2 is definitely backwards compatible now with the Xbox One X.
Well, I can't
Great
wait.
news.
I cannot wait to see that upscaled to 4K because it's such a delight. Such a beautiful game on the eyes. Proper stereoscopic 3D high definition angle grinder sound.
Awesome.
Just what a fucking shit game that is.
Yeah, man.
Oh my word. Terrible
game. We never did finish it because it was that bad.
Not only is it a terrible game, but it's also one of those games that people like to pretend was a good game.
Yeah.
That are like, oh, what a fucking,
Kane and Lynch 2,
underground
mate,
classic, sleeper
cult.
hit.
Exactly, yeah. It was one of those fucking, like, yeah, it was a, like B-list
B-movie sort of. Yeah,
exactly.
No.
Sundance Film Festival kind of.
Exactly. Fucking can giving it. No, it's just fucking shit.
It's just shit, mate.
It's just a shit game. Fucking, I invented
I feel
the
like we've
Pinocchio
escalated
necktie.
this really well now. I mean, we could be done for like hate crimes against Kane and Lynch 2 now.
Fuck Kane and Lynch.
Yeah, mate, seriously.
Screw him and his little dog too.
Oh, mate, I want to play Payday 2. I've got it.
Do you actually want to play it?
I do. I want to play Payday 2.
I mean, I also have it.
Do you? Did you got the digital version as well?
I believe so.
Fucking mate, game night.
Yeah.
Payday 2. Doing it.
Sold. Okay. I need to find a hard drive. I'm sure I've got one kicking about somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just take one out of a computer at work.
Yeah, just steal one from work. Ah, perfect. There you go. Excellent.
Job
okay.
done.
Well,
you
cool.
could use a USB stick as well, buddy. It doesn't have to be a hard drive.
How big is the game?
5 gig? 6 gig?
I have got a stick that will do that.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
No bother.
Oh, that's going to look like arseholes. Okay, well, we'll play that.
It is.
That'd be nice.
Fucking, yeah.
So, yeah. That's out this week.
That's buddy. That's
Probably the most interesting out this week we've ever had in a week where nothing is coming out.
It's true. That's the best kind.
Yeah. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Backward corner with funk.
Back with Carter with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions, buddy?
Funk's kicking about like a wild donkey, buddy, and it's got these little bits for us, including a slightly agitated statement of warning. Funk says, your little foray into Magic the Gathering was always going to end like that. It's the equivalent of loading up Civ 5 and playing it for 10 minutes. It needs a real good go to get the joy of dorkiness.
Yeah, I totally understand that, buddy.
Yeah, Gibbons. I've now downloaded this because I've got new old phone. I suppose I should probably literally delete Hearthstone if I'm going to try and get into this game.
Yeah, that was the problem. I was like flicking between that and Elder Scrolls Legends. I was just like, I know how to play Elder Scrolls Legends. I'll play that.
Yeah, and traditionally, mobile and tablet gaming is not the sort of thing where you have patience and perseverance. You just want to pick up and play.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I promise you, Funk, I will put 2 hours. I will put 2 hours into Magic the Gathering this week, and I will report back next week.
Oh, looking forward to it.
That's my promise. The promise.
I can't wait.
To you. So there we go.
Yeah.
Funk also says, "What's this new GTA update?" He's heard the word on the street, buddy, that there's been a new GTA update.
It's making me want to play more GTA,
yeah,
or at least.
Well, I've got the inside track here, buddy, and by that I mean something off of the GTA wiki for a game mode that's already out.
Fucking let me have it all over my face,
both barrels,
and in my ears,
both barrels.
Yeah, just fucking all out,
scrambled egg all over your face.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine with a kiss.
I like mine on tits.
Eggs on tits. The update focuses on military business opportunities where a player is able to purchase a bunker and register as a VIP CEO or MC biker boss to begin arms trading missions.
Nice.
Where research and manufacture is carried out on stolen or purchased supplies before selling off the product for cash. The player is also able to purchase a mobile operations center and conduct missions, modify vehicles and weapons, and store new vehicles inside it.
Sounds like a big fucking update, mate.
Yeah, I watched some YouTube of this, and
Same.
The bunker looks good shit. The really though, the truck's the star of the show here.
That thing is mental.
Mobile operations center, very TARDIS-like in that it's far bigger on the inside than it is the outside.
Yeah, obviously.
You can have someone driving it down the road. There could be 3 of you inside it, and it's like you're being in your garage kind of thing. So it's like a selection of rooms, you know. Really nicely done, as usual. Is it even worth like saying? Of course, it's really nicely done. But
I know, and we need to get back into GTA Online. I think, I'm so close to that level 100. I think I'm like level 96 or something.
Yeah,
need to get there.
It's been a while. I was also watching a Yogscast video this week of a sort of stunters snipers mode in a giant bowl. With,
I have seen that
with rocket launchers and that armored vehicle. That
looks good fun.
That looks like a party as well. So
yeah, we need to get on. Was it the website where you can look at all the custom maps for the online ones? Find like 2-on-2s or like multiplayer, like against each other stuff. Because that like some of that modded stuff is just fucking genius and so funny.
Mate, I'd rather play that than Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah, totally. I'd play easily.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough time on this earth.
No. Sucks.
It is another thing that we want to get back into playing.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll get there eventually. But yeah, it does look good. It does look very, very good. And
especially on PC.
Certainly on PC. Fucking slightly off topic. Before we started recording this evening, I watched about 10 minutes of a Destiny 2 mission in 4K 60, and it made me not want to buy it on console. It's so upsetting. I'm looking at it. I know.
It really is. It's so beautiful that in that 4K 60, it's just. The consoles just aren't powerful enough, buddy.
It's really disappointing.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Either way, thanks very much, Funk. Thank you very much for that. Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We wanna know.
Get on the show.
Get on the fucking show.
Fucking get on the show.
Go on. JJ's got on the show. He probably should have been on it a couple of weeks ago when he sent this through, but we had the week where we did the E3 stuff to the point where we could no longer function as humans.
I was very tired.
And then last week where I just completely missed this email because I've got my new phone and hadn't properly... New old phone. Hadn't properly set up the JFG podcast account. Was still kind of getting my shit together. So apologies to JJ for the delay, but here we are. Lovely big old email from JJ, and I will read on, my friends, and here we go. JJ says, "Hey buddies, so E3 was kind of a bummer. Xbox One X is a joke. My PC is 3 times more powerful than it, and it can't run 4K at 60 FPS. So all third-party games would have to be optimized for the smoke and mirrors. We can already see with the Pro that doesn't really happen. And if it does, it takes 6 months after release. No way third-party is making 4 versions of a game. On top of that, Xbox still can't really have shit for exclusives, but all the games for Sony I want to play take forever to come out.
Yes.
Bethesda killed it with all out this year, even though they only have one game I really want to play, Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, buddy. Elder Scrolls Online.
I so hope Anthem is good and shits all over Destiny. Sorry, Ash."
I hope it does too, buddy. That game looks fucking super cool. Fuck Destiny if that game comes out. Is any good.
He says, "Later, buddies. P.S. Do you think Sony is moving their exclusives into March to let the third party shine for the holiday because it's worked the last few years? I think that's a mistake. They've gotten away with it because Microsoft has had shit and they had the more powerful system. They should have Gears of War out in November to combat average consumers who don't know all the exclusives they have coming."
I mean, yeah, they probably are moving it away from that clusterfuck time of the Christmas ramp up where, you know, all the AAA games used to just cram it in there for the holiday season, but I guess because, we are gamers and have been gamers for years and we're growing up and now we have our expendable income that we like to spunk up the wall on everything gaming, buddy. And we can do that all year round now because we've got our big boy pants on, earning the big boy bucks. So, yeah, obviously they I don't know if they were like, oh yeah, well, gamers can just spend money whenever kind of thing, or like you say, yeah, they're letting the third party shine because, like you say, the PS4 is the dominant console in this generation, so therefore, Sony's still going to have a certain amount of income probably coming from them there, and then in that lull, which isn't much of a lull anymore, after Christmas, January to I don't know, April time. Yeah, they can start chucking out their exclusive things because they haven't really got any competition to deal with at that time. I mean, Ubisoft released a few games around that time. Like, we had For Honor and that other shit one, Wild Pants. There you go. They came out in that time, but you know, I'm struggling to think of like big games that, you know, came out around then, apart from like Horizon, Persona 5, I guess.
Yeah. It's a weird time. I gotta say, on his first main point, the main point of his email before the PS, I'm starting to get quite concerned as well about this. And what bothers me is that we appear to be moving from an era where consoles are struggling to hit 60 frames at 1080p to doubling their resolution and not being able to.
It's so stupid.
Like, I don't want to play 30 frames per second games.
No, I want to hit 60 because everything moves better.
It's just better. I don't care what anyone says about cinematic. You can fuck yourself. It's 60 frames all the way. And
yeah, man.
And
that's what it's all about.
The idea that we'd be moving up to double the resolution when games at the moment are struggling to hit 60 is just baffling. Like, it's just baffling. Like, it's just the worst. Like, it's just incredibly...
It's like it says, like, his PC is 3 times more powerful than an Xbox One X, and like, so he's gonna have like a solid graphics card in there, and like, you know, what a lot of people games companies have said is like, it's not the GPU, it's the CPU that's holding us back.
Yeah. And
like, yeah, PCs haven't got the issue of having a shit CPU in there because they have to have a good one, otherwise they're not gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
So, you know, if JJ can't get 4K 60 on his rig, then yeah, it's like he says, smoke and mirrors for all that other bollocks. And like, yeah, they might do a good job with it. Like, Horizon looks fucking gorgeous on a 4K. Yeah, it only runs at 30, but still looks really nice. But yeah, I'd rather have it running at 60 at 1080 than that. You know?
Exactly. Like,
or at least give me the fucking option to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I want the frames over the res every single fucking time. And every game on my PS4 that runs at 30 rather than 60, if I could drop down to 720p to hit 60 frames per second, I fucking would. Yeah. I would do it every single time.
I do, like, when I play games on my PC, I never max out the resolution unless like it's something like fucking Hotline Miami. Then I'm like, yeah, ultra settings.
Yeah,
because obviously that game's fine. Sure, it will run fine.
Absolutely.
But like with like, what was it? Tomb Raider, the anniversary, whatever. I don't know. What was the second one called?
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider. That one. Like I put it on like ultra settings. I was like, oh yeah, this looks really good. But I'm like, it's running at like 25 frames a second. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll knock it down to like medium. I was like, yes, sweet, 60 plus all the way. Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely. Drive Club's the same. If I had a Switch where I could toggle Drive Club, I'd run that fucking thing at 700p. Like, if it would hit 60 frames.
Yeah, man.
And if that game ran at 60 frames, we would still be playing it. I promise you that.
Exactly.
So there we go. You can accept it from old shit when we do our retro game night. We're obviously not expecting a 360 to hit anything decent at all. Just do its thing. You know, it does its own thing. David S. Pumpkins. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're boosting up resolutions and paying the price in terms of gameplay.
Good.
It sucks.
Not good.
It's not good. It's not good at all. And yeah, I also would love Anthem to be fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Because it would appear
that's not coming out.
I have never, ever, ever liked or got into a BioWare game. In my whole life. So,
I mean, like, to be honest, I never really played Dragon Age or like any of those games.
No, I didn't give them the chance.
I really enjoyed Mass Effect 1, but definitely 2 was my favourite, and 3 kind of tailed off for me.
Yeah,
never finished
I think a lot of people felt the same.
So yeah, if if Anthem is any good, it'd be interesting to see if it is like just like 4-player co-op. I think that's what they said that it's going to be, or if it's going to have like, or if it's going to have more of an online component to it. Either or, I'm cool with that.
Absolutely,
hopefully.
yeah.
But it could be another thing where like they come out and then if it is meant to be like an online capability or have some kind of online element to it, it might end up like the original Destiny, where it was very short of features, I would say, and that could be bad for that game.
Certainly could. Hopefully they'll have learned some lessons.
Well, hopefully, yeah, that's the thing. Just go on some fucking forums and be like, oh wow, yeah, Destiny should have been a lot better.
Yeah,
let's not do those mistakes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, JJ. Fucking A's. I'd like to know what PC rig you're running as well, buddy. If you want to divulge.
Yeah, fire that over. That'd be good.
That'd be cool.
And whether you've got liquid cooling and how many neons you've got as well.
And
whether there's a giant picture of a cobra on the front of your tower.
Oh, I've been there.
He's been there.
I've been there. It's lit up.
What a
when
unit.
My hard drive span round. Fucking amazing.
What a unit that was.
Yeah, mate,
Good
the
Lord.
Cobra.
Unbelievable.
Fuck knows where that is now.
Well, thank you very much, JJ. We got there in the end, and thanks very much for that. We'll round things off with PJ, who very simply says, why is Minecraft so addictive? I've spent hours just digging and digging. I'm supposed to be playing with The Witcher 3.
That will happen, buddy. There's something so joyous about just digging and digging. And
I noticed when we got there for the Shunt Reunion, Minecraft was fucking running.
Yeah, it was running in the background, wasn't it? I was like, yeah. Been playing Minecraft. That's
like, no, my kid's been playing that. Fuck you. You've been building a hut.
Yeah,
I know you're good.
It's just one of those games that is just very relaxing. You haven't got to think about it. It's a beautiful thing. Kind of like Diablo 3 for some reason.
Yeah. I think that there's something about the mood of Minecraft. And that's kind of weird to say because it doesn't do a great deal. Like, it's procedurally generated and there's like 3 enemies and so on. But when I'm playing that game on my own, there's a mood to it. Like, I don't know what it is. It just captures
sexy. Is that the mood?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
I don't know. There's just
Is it a bit rapey?
There's some. No, it certainly isn't that. Not at all. No.
Okay. I could go on, but I won't.
Yeah, no. There's a certain zen to it. I don't know what it is exactly.
Zen's a good word, actually. Yeah, I like that.
And
Feng Shui.
I've always found, like, even when it gets dark, I get genuinely a little sort of on edge. Even though it's just like these shitty sort of cartoony graphics and it's all blocky and yeah. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm supposed to be playing The Witcher 3 as well, by the way, which is a game that I gave Game of the Year and still haven't finished after all this time, despite pumping like 30 hours in.
That's like giving some DLC Game of the Year, buddy.
I just no.
Okay.
Maybe. At least you played it.
Played all of it.
All
mate.
of it.
Still did boot it up this week. Played a bit more. Like Destiny. Woo!
Woo! We can't wait.
Can't wait, mate. It's going to be so bad.
Might be.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible.
Well,
bad game. Find out soon.
We will see on that one.
Gibbons.
Yeah, fucking beaters coming out of the wazoo, buddy, over the coming weeks. So, still playing that GT Sport, by the way.
Nice. That's what you need.
Perpetual fucking beta.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, thanks very much, PJ, and thanks, JJ, and thanks, Funk. And if you'd like to be on the show, then just pop us an email, buddies. The JFGpodcast@gmail.com.
I'm going to send an email next week.
Or
be on the show.
Send something in to our community or to Twitter or whatever.
Send your pics in, dick pics.
We did actually get a message on Twitter, buddy.
Oh, go on. Did we?
Yeah. We did.
Can we divulge?
We absolutely can. One moment. Just bringing it up. Here we go. It was from Anne Duncan at
Anne Duncan, yeah.
Cindy Jing. And she tweeted us this week saying, just out of the shower, choose the red lacy thong or the pink boy shorts.
I'm going to go for the thong, buddy.
You're going to go for the thong? I didn't,
Yeah,
buddy. Obviously, I replied to Anne Duncan, and I said, the fucking boy shorts, love, then some long johns and a pair of cargo pants. Don't want that cooch popping out. Hashtag Battlefront 4.
Nice. I mean, I see where you were going with that.
Yeah.
It was odd that Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4, yeah.
Yeah, came out on the 360. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Horror show.
Was. Bad game.
Yeah.
Well, to begin with. It got better years later.
I wonder how many spam faux Russian porn Twitter accounts are following us, buddy, at this point.
Hopefully all of them.
That seems to be what's going on there.
I'd subscribe to them all, buddy.
Yeah, well, either way, Anne Duncan's following us, so...
yes! Nailed it!
Welcome to the community, love.
With her and, what was it? White people must die.
Whites must die today.
Yeah, whites must die today.
One of our more recent Twitch followers.
I feel like we're reaching the edges of the world.
The edges of yeah, absolutely, you know.
Yeah.
And we do not discriminate, despite the fact that many of our listeners do.
Yeah. They're the best.
Good stuff. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 117. And what a lovely time it's been for all involved. I suppose the only real question left is to say, what are we going to play now?
I have no idea.
I wonder if perhaps we should have a game of NHL.
I was thinking that. It might be a bit interesting.
Yeah.
Firstly, I need to write what we're going to say for the intro, though. And I can't think of anything so far. But I will do that. And people already know what I've done there, because the intro's at the fucking beginning.
They've heard it.
They know that shit.
They know.
They know before I know.
Yeah.
Weird that, isn't it? Because we're talking after that, but it's before that. Science and technology.
Men
So,
putting screwdrivers in things and
adjusting them?
them.
Adjusting them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, should probably call it a night there, because we're just rambling on.
Yeah, go on then.
Where can you find us, buddy?
You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, among other places like Facebook, where we are Facebook.com/the JFG Podcast, or Twitter, of course, where our Twitter handle is at the JFG Podcast. We're also on PS4 communities. If you have one of those, then come and join us, buddies. We are the JFG Podcast, and you will find us on there. We're on YouTube, JFG Podcast. We're on SoundCloud, /Just for Gamers. If you want to listen to an episode from about 3 years after the Big Bang, then you can do that.
Nice.
You can do that.
I listened to our Game of the Year 2015 the other day. Well, the first half an hour of it for fucking some reason whatsoever. It's because I was on our website.
2015?
And, yeah. 2 years ago.
Shit. How was that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. Destiny the Taken King was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like it.
There you go.
Cool.
Black Ops 3 did quite well. I mean, these are all games that we're talking about in this week's podcast that won awards in our 2015 Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, that, isn't it?
That is weird.
We just
Strange.
wouldn't let it
Funny
lie.
how it switches like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We're on Stitcher, we're on your podcast apps, we're on everywhere, and we are also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your life. Plug in the old website again there, buddy, is jfgpodcast.co.uk, because Ash has put a hell of a lot of work into it, and it'd be lovely to know what you reckon. Unless you don't like it, in which case, fuck off, don't say a word. We don't want to hear it.
It's true.
Forget it. So there we go. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We will catch you next week, of course. But until then, I've been Alex, and he has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook/the JfG podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.